All right, let's talk about the one part of your car you'll probably never see. But here's the thing, it's the only thing stopping your car from collapsing into a giant pile of metal. It's the car's hidden skeleton, the chassis. Let's get into it.
I mean, really think about it. You see the shiny paint, the cool wheels, all the glass, but what's the invisible framework holding all of that together? What keeps it from just becoming a heap on the road?
Well, that's the chassis. And honestly, the best way to think about it is exactly like a skeleton. It's this strong, rigid metal frame that everything else, literally everything, bolts onto. It's the very bones of your car.
So, okay, let's start with its most obvious job, holding it all together. Just like your skeleton gives you your shape and strength, the chassis is the absolute foundation for the entire vehicle.
And you know, the comparison is almost perfect. Your own skeleton supports your muscles, your organs, all that stuff, right? Well, the chassis does the exact same thing for a car. It's the anchor point for every single component, from the engine all the way down to the seats.
And when I say everything, I mean everything. That super heavy engine and transmission, yeah, the chassis holds that. All four wheels and the suspension, bolted right to the chassis. Even the comfy seats you sit in and those shiny body panels you just polished, they're all anchored to this hidden frame. Without it, your car would just fall apart. It's that simple.
But, just like a cheetah skeleton is totally different from an elephant's, not all car skeletons are built the same. There's a different frame for every function, and the design changes, sometimes dramatically, depending on what that vehicle is meant to do.
It really boils down to three main types. First up, you've got body on frame. It's just what it sounds like, a separate body bolted onto a super tough ladder-style frame. This is what you find in rugged stuff like pickup trucks. Then there's the unibody. This is where the body and the frame are basically one single, strong piece. It's lighter, and it's why it's used in most cars you see on the road today. And finally, the really cool one, the space frame. It's this wild web of tubes that's incredibly lightweight but super rigid, perfect for high-performance race cars.
Okay, but here's where the story takes a really interesting turn. Because the most important job of a modern car's chassis is something you would never ever guess. It kind of goes against everything you'd think a strong frame is supposed to do.
I mean, it's logical, right? You'd think its whole purpose is to be as tough as possible, to resist any force, to be basically indestructible in a crash. Seems pretty obvious, doesn't it?
Well, you'd be wrong. And this is where modern engineering is just brilliant. A chassis isn't designed to protect the car, no. It's designed to sacrifice itself in a very specific, very controlled way. It's designed to crumple.
So here's how this incredible sacrifice works. Engineers design what are called crumple zones right into the chassis. So during a crash, these spots are literally made to collapse and fold up. By doing that, they absorb the massive energy from the impact. The frame crumpling actually slows the collision down, and it directs all those destructive forces away from the one thing that actually matters: you. The passenger area is built to stay totally rigid, like a safety cell, while the front and back of the chassis performs its ultimate duty.
So you see, the chassis isn't just a frame holding parts together, it's your own personal protective cocoon. It's Guardian Engineering, a whole system designed with one main goal: to be ready to completely transform at a moment's notice, all to keep you safe.
So the next time you get in your car, just take a second to remember what's underneath you, holding it all together. You're basically riding inside a protective metal skeleton, a true marvel of engineering that's designed with one primary goal: to break so you don't have to. It really makes you wonder, huh? What else in our world is designed to fail so that it can succeed?